Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are talking about a very intense and controversial topic: Israel's recent airstrikes on military facilities in Iran. Now, this news has been making waves, but we are here to dig deeper. Are we looking at a situation that could escalate even more, or is just another day in Middle East politics? Stay tuned, because this is going to be a heavy yet important discussion. Let's start with what we know. Israel's Air Force targeted military centers in a specific Iranian provinces. According to initial reports, the damage was labeled as limited, but that term is highly subjective. What does limited even mean in this context? When missiles hit a military base, is there any such thing as limited damage? To understand why is this happening, we need to look at the history between Israel and Iran. These two countries have a long history of tension, suspicion, and outright hostility. Israel sees Iran as an existential threat, while Iran sees Israel as regional enemy backed by Western powers. But what's behind this animosity? Is it religion, politics, power, or all of the above? Now let's talk about Iran's response. Iranian officials claim the attack caused only limited damage, but are they downplaying the situation? And more importantly, is there a strategy behind this understatement? We know that military actions have an impact on morale, and in the Middle East, showing weakness is a big no-no. So what is Israel's justification here? Israel claims that it's protecting itself from Iranian aggression and nuclear threats. But let's ask ourselves, is this just a convenient excuse to flex its military muscle? Or does Israel have a valid concern about Iran's intentions? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. This isn't just about Israel and Iran. When countries clash in the Middle East, it affects the entire region and even the world. From oil prices to international alliances, the ripple effects are huge. For example, how will neighboring countries like Saudi Arabia and Iran react? Are they secretly supporting one side, or are they just waiting to see how this unfolds? What about the world's response? Western countries like the United States often support Israel, but in this case, there is been a strange silence. Is this because they are focusing on their own issues, or are they purposely staying out of the fray? And on the flip side, We have countries like Russia and China, which might use this situation to criticize Western influence in the region. A question for everyone watching: is peace between Israel and Iran even possible? Can these two nations ever find common ground, or are they destined to clash forever? Many people think peace is possible, but is that the truth? Let us know in the comments. Let's dig into the risks. When two powerful countries like Israel and Iran engage in this kind of attacks, the risk of escalation is high. Imagine a domino effect. One strike leads to retaliation, and suddenly other countries get involved. Could this trigger a large regional conflict, even pulling in countries like the United States, Russia, or China? The risk of a wider war isn't just a theoretical. It's on the minds of many politicians and military leaders around the world. And think about it. Is a small strike worth the possibility of massive, destructive conflict? Now let's talk about something that impacts all of us: money. Tensions in the Middle East affect the global economy. When involving oil-rich countries or key military allies, it disrupts supply chains and affect everything from gas prices to inflation. We could see oil prices spike, transportation costs rise, and even more pressure on the global economy, which is already struggling. So while it's easy to think of this as local issue, the reality is that the ripple effects could impact our wallets. Is it worth it of these countries to push the world into another economy downtown? Finally, let's get a bit speculative. What's next? Based on the history and current dynamics, will Iran respond? Will Israel carry out more airstrikes? Or could we see something even more extreme? It's hard to predict exactly, but one thing is certain: this isn't the end of the story. Many experts think that this back and forth could continue for months or even years. So do you think we are looking at a new chapter in ongoing conflicts? Or could this be a stepping stone towards peace? Drop your predictions in the comments. Thank you for sticking with us through this intense discussion. The Israel-Iran conflict is complicated, as it's important, affecting not only the people involved but also the global landscape. Whether you support Israel, Iran, or see flaws in both sides, one thing is for sure: these issues are highly charged and deserve attention. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you found this breakdown helpful. And don't forget to leave comments sharing your thoughts on the situation. Do you think peace is even possible, or are we stuck in an endless cycle of conflict? Let's keep the conversation going. Until next, stay informed, stay curious.